In 2022, Russians are faced with repeated increases in prices for products and services. A new sharp jump occurred in the first months of this year. The war unleashed by Russia against Ukraine has led to hyperinflation, sanctions, complicated logistics, and attempts at import substitution, and as a result, the Russians barely have enough money for basic products.
More began to meet people in low-price stores like Yarche or Red and White, where you can buy some products cheaper than in the supermarket.
In January, 38% of Russians noticed an increase in utility tariffs. This is evidenced by the data of a study conducted by the Public Opinion Foundation. According to the Ministry of Economic Development, for an average Russian family of three, the amount in the payment since December 2022 has increased by an average of 324 rubles per month. In fact, the numbers in payments have become much larger.
7,700, about 8,000 for a two-room apartment in a panel house in Yekaterinburg. About 8,000 rubles became a communal payments. Last year, in my opinion, it did not exceed 5,500 for me.
Wages can't keep up with rising prices. Ambulance workers in the Republic of Chuvashia publicly complained about this.
Our wages are low. In 2019, the salary was 5,300. Now it is 7,700. We are not provided with uniforms and disinfectants, as expected, means of protection.
Rising prices have recently become the most acute problem of Russian society. This opinion was expressed by 58% of the Russian polled by the Levada Center. This analytical center in Russia is recognized as a foreign agent. Every fourth out of 1,633 respondents announced a reduction in the income of the population, and 1 in 5 of them is concerned about rising unemployment.
Among the low-income respondents with a monthly average per capita family income of up to 30,000 rubles inclusive, about half of the respondents are forced to refuse to purchase the necessary food, 47%, and two-thirds cannot afford the necessary large purchase for the house. But even among fairly well-to-do respondents, the average per capita income is over 60,000 rubles, which is 30% of Russians. Only half cannot deny themselves the purchase of the necessary expensive things. From a publication on the Levada Center website.
But despite all the economic difficulties, which are only getting worse due to Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the Russians are not ready to protest en masse. This is also evidenced by the latest sociological surveys of the independent agency Levada Center. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Natalia Husak, UATV News.